channel.
Hello guys, good morning to you and welcome to the channel Finals, the channel that keeps you fresh and updated concerning sport-like related stories from fans' reaction to pre and post-match analysis and of course in-depth match analysis. Be kind enough to follow us across all social media platforms on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and of course our YouTube page at Finals 931. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on your notification icon to get notified whenever we drop productions like this that might interest you. Ewa, Baba.
Yeah,
Good morning to you.
it was a pleasure.
Good morning to you. I think at this point, congratulations are in order to the winners of the just concluded under 20 Afcon tournament in Egypt. Believe me, what the tournament has been. And sadly, be like saying a winner have been winners. So at least we can take a little bit of comfort in that distance. So the Flying Eagles of Nigeria finished third in that competition, and South Africa emerged as the gold medalist. Amajitas. A fruitful competition for our brothers somehow.
Yeah. I think first I want to give credit to Egypt that they were able to come up with this in a little space of time that they were given by CAF. And I think we're happy that they hosted us.
Yeah.
And then congratulations, like you said, for South Africans. I think that's their first time winning it.
A youth tournament, right?
The 12th team to win the
Under 20 Afcons.
After getting into the finals since the 1997, if I'm not mistaken. That's 28 years from now.
Wow.
So, and thanks to go from Kenya,
yeah.
Go that was decisive in making sure that they won the tournament. I think they looked at. I looked at. I diagnosed the South African side. I looked at a properly coached side. If you look at the way
Their setup.
the setup and the way they had their results from the group stages down to the finals, they look like a properly coached side. What they do is they try to conserve every team that they play, and then they punish you when they have the time to. Now the goal came in the 70th minute. It was similar to almost the same time that they punished
They scored us, yeah.
You understand? So it shows that they will allow you to do whatever you want to
Absorb the pressures and
then
everything.
deal with you. So I think they know what it means to always make use of your opportunities. So I felt like the Moroccans were wasteful yesterday. They had the better of the chances. They were wasteful in front of goal. Then they got punished for it in the 70th minute. So I think South Africans are well-deserved winners. No doubt about that. You can see what they are doing, how they are doing in their league, and how it has actually affected what we saw yesterday. No doubt the Moroccans also tried. I think Jaguar Fletcher Lowy was the best goalkeeper, like I said. 18 saves in this tournament, which is fantastic. So I think South Africans were deserved winners.
Thank you very much, Ewa Ogochukwu. In a season that we call breaking of records, we have seen clubs that have never won anything, winning things and every other thing. South Africa, I think, is part of it. Sorry, I'm not trying to go into that angle. You understand? So I think it's a good thing that South Africa has clinched their first under 20 Afcon tournament and everything. And there's something that actually shook me. Aside from their defense being that solid, their attack, their goalkeeper being solid.
Yeah.
9 goals across the tournament. I think it's a good one.
Yes, we talked about how their setup, and I think the difference between the South Africans and the Flying Eagles of Nigeria is just personnel. Which the coach for me is the manager, because I see based on quality, player for player, I feel like there's no much difference. But it's the fact that their coach was able to harness the quality of his players that he had. Okay, take for example April. April comes in from the bench.
No matter how good he is.
Because he knows that this guy is good when my opponent is
Weak, yeah.
I'll run them on. You get. He has about 3 goals in the tournament already. But our own, he will put you first half.
We don't know when to start, who to remove, any other
He
thing.
doesn't know. That was just the difference. The South African coach did his due diligence. He knows his players. Look at the wonderful goal. Look at that back line. Okay. I think before the game against Nigeria, I sat here and I said, man, I've looked at this team. Look at how they play. I felt like they were going to win. And it did. They did win. They had won before that game. They won 3 games in their 3 matches. We only one we win.
In their group stages.
Now, we won only 1 game.
1 match in 90 minutes, yeah.
1 game.
1-0.
Meanwhile, the South African side won 5. God want to compare.
Deserving winners.
Deserving winners, for God's sake. If they don't win it, then it means football is not telling the truth. They played it, and I don't want to say the Nigeria side is weak. No. But the truth is, if you take it back You see that these boys are the product of a good academy, a good system. Go and watch the PSL. With me and AY was discussing about South African League, and I was like, these guys are miles ahead of
Do you
us.
see that studio?
Look at the studio.
See the setup.
Look at
The
the
studio
look at
is
the,
even
look at the attendance on the pitch.
The studio is even secondary. You can
Look
have
at
a
the
very
pitch.
nice studio. I'm talking about the facility.
The coverage,
I think
the televised
I think at this
matches.
point, that's the only difference between the countries had this tournament. Now, I think we are. I think at the point I discovered that we are even lucky that Cote d'Ivoire did not host this tournament. Because if Cote d'Ivoire had hosted this tournament, we would have found ourselves in the same group with all the 4 countries that qualify for the World Cup. That means we're in the same group with Morocco. We'll have been in the same group with South Africa and this other team that played the last team that qualified for the we were in the same group.
Same group, yeah.
They are Congo.
Yeah.
They are Congo, yeah.
Yeah, we were in the same group initially before CAF now reshuffled
The group because of the host nation backed out.
Egypt hosting it now. Now look at the facilities that the Egyptians came with. The reason why it was easy for them to quickly accept the hosting.
The hosting
because
right.
They had the
The
facilities
facilities on
already.
ground.
So it was just little prep that they would do. It was just little prep that, and you look at it, look at what they came up with. It would have we had a better tournament in this little spirit of time.
I'm
than
telling
what
you,
the would have
Would have given be preparing
That
for.
is what bothers me. We are leaving this football for these North African teams to do. We are giving credit to South Africans. They are so fantastic. Look at their league, and it's showing. Look at the result they are getting.
Our players are going there now
Look
to
at
play.
the-
Our
getting-
players are going
Now,
there for God's sake.
South African league. Look at the crop of players that played this under 20. Most of them are playing the South African league
Yes.
at the highest level. The only player that is playing in our league is Clifton Jefta. That made it to the under 20 Afcon. And look at how bad it was at this
You had a
tournament.
bad tournament, I
Now
won't lie
look
to
at
you.
South Africans. Look at the kind of players.
Kekena,
Now,
the rest.
Let's take a look at the second runners-up, which is Morocco. All of them are playing their league. So that's to tell you that they are doing something right.
Right,
which I
yeah.
also want us to take caution with. Look at the Egyptians, Zamalek, all of those teams, and
Al
where they are
Ahly there.
playing. They are not waiting for any player to switch allegiance. They are not waiting for any player developed abroad.
That's the
Now,
problem.
and then you see the result that they are getting. That's the difference between us.
The players know the identity of the
In
team
fact,
already.
The culture, everything is there.
Everything is there.
I think I will agree with you guys at this point. It's something more of self-inflicting stuff that we're
And
doing to
you
ourselves.
know the painful part? I think for me, I would say we are retrogressing in our because it was not this bad before.
It was not this bad. It keep getting worse year by year, season by
That is my
season.
fear. 20 years ago, Nigerian Premier League was something was people could reckon with it. People could go and watch the game. Go and see the Nigerian Premier League now.
The rivalries, the
It's
everything.
not
But now
nothing
it's
is
just
there.
In
basic.
fact, the current rating that I saw, we are not. I think we are seated on the 13th league in Africa. I think the first league that I rated was the Egyptian Premier League. That's the other one was the Moroccan Botola Pro League, and the third one was the Algerian League. The South African League is even coming fourth. That's the PSL. Then the Tunisia League coming fifth.
So not African leagues.
Yeah,
and-
there's only South Africa that is
there.
That is standing out.
When Nigerians go and play
And that-
the CAF Champions
Confederation,
League,
yeah.
Confederation League, you will see how
They flog us now. They pat us.
because of the preparation is not there.
Facilities.
So
This whole thing, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think the only reason why we are even trying to get that we are still standing tall in all of this developmental competition is because of the academies in Nigeria. I think we have to give credit to them.
Yeah,
If you look across all of these players, they have come as a result of private academies.
Diamond Academy, Beyond
Ma-
Limits,
a lot of them.
Sporting
Those
Lagos.
are the ones that are doing it right. If we have left it in the hands of the government,
I'm a
they are
patron now.
they've killed all the developmental
Patoni.
tournaments that you can actually use to scout players.
Mm.
The league is not working. So where do you expect to harness players? And look at other teams. Look at that. Now, so far so good. South Africa have qualified for the World Cup. Morocco has qualified for the World Cup. Look at in grand style. South Africa has
style.
hosted the World Cup before.
yes.
They are in the pole position to qualify for the World Cup. If care is not taken, we might not go to the World Cup.
Care will take, oh, please.
If
Care should take.
we might not go to the World Cup. That's
Care
the
should
thing.
take, please.
So what are they doing right? Look at how they are developing. Before you know it, all these boys will be disbanded. All these flying people are not. If care is not
If care is not taken.
they will be disbanded. And then the Moroccans boys would probably,
Yes, they will face
To the next
continuity
round,
and
number
everything.
and that's how it has been. Morocco actually won the under 17
Afcon, yeah.
They were on the
On the beam of winning under 20 now.
Look at how it is.
Anyway, I think I understand what you're saying. Finally, guys, before we go, in world football now that we see goals, attackers being judged by goals, individual awards being judged by goals, number of assists you get. In the last Afcon, we saw our captain Trust Ekong win the player of the tournament and everything, and it's a good thing that another defender
Yeah.
also won the player of the tournament in this just concluded Afcon under 20. Will you say the award is deserving?
Yes, deserving. Deserving.
Proper.
The truth is, most of the countries that actually did well in this tournament have had very defensive records.
Mm-hmm.
They were good defensively. Look at the South Africans, for example. I think they didn't concede so much. Same thing with the Moroccans. So I think we're actually seeing a situation whereby we are taking the workload from the attackers now.
Yeah.
Defenders are getting
Getting recognition and everything.
Attackers are not scoring enough.
They are not
They're not scoring enough now. Defenders are scoring. Clean sheets.
and they are still doing their work. So it is well deserved.
No doubt. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, Ugochukwu.
my
Thank you
brother.
very much. Yes, sir. We are not bitter brothers. Congratulations in order to South Africa, like I said, in the just concluded under 20 Afcon tournament. Hopefully, Nigeria as a nation get to learn from one or two things, develop the league, develop the system, and we'll find ourselves in the same shoes as Morocco, Algeria, Egypt, and the rest. Well, that's our time. Feel free to comment and share your opinion concerning this. We'll see you guys.